Welcome back to Rare US Coins, the channel where we uncover the hidden treasures hiding inside your pocket change. Today we are diving into a fascinating story about one single penny that could be worth an unbelievable fortune. Yes, you heard that right. A 1-cent coin from 1983 that carries a market value of $585,346. Imagine finding a single penny in your drawer, in your piggy bank, or inside your wallet and realizing that you are holding a coin worth more than $500,000. Most of us take pennies for granted. We see them on the street, we drop them in jars, we even forget them at the store counter. But what if I told you that some pennies are worth more than gold, diamonds, or even luxury cars? The 1983 1-cent coin is one of those incredible treasures. Let me explain why this coin is so special, what makes it rare, and how you can check if you have one hiding in your collection. Back in 1982, the United States Mint made an important change in the way pennies were made. For decades, pennies were mostly copper. But copper became too expensive. So in 1982 the mint switched from making pennies out of copper to making them out of a cheaper metal, zinc, with just a very thin copper coating. This was a huge change in US coin history. Now here's where the magic begins. In 1983, 1 year after the transition, a few experimental pennies were accidentally struck on the wrong kind of planchet. Instead of being made of zinc with copper plating, a handful of 1983 pennies were struck on the old pure copper blanks. These are the famous error coins. And because they are so rare, collectors are willing to pay absolutely insane amounts of money to own one. So how do you know if you have one of these valuable 1983 pennies? First, take a good look at your coin. If your penny is dated 1983 and it feels heavier than normal, you may have something special. A regular 1983 penny made of zinc should weigh about 2.5 grams. But a rare 1983 copper penny will weigh about 3.1 grams. That small difference is the key to unlocking its hidden value. Collectors and coin dealers use a precise scale to weigh these coins. If you ever suspect that your 1983 penny might be the rare one, you should weigh it carefully. Do not clean it, do not scratch it, and do not try to polish it. Leave it in its natural state, because collectors want coins exactly the way they were minted. Now let us talk about the value. In an auction, a rare 1983 copper penny has been sold for more than $585,000. Yes, you heard that correctly. Over $500,000 for a single penny. This is not a fantasy, it is a real recorded auction sale that proves the value of this rare coin. Imagine the life-changing moment of turning 1 cent into more money than most people make in a lifetime, but that is not all. There are also other valuable versions of the 1983 penny. For example, the 1983 double-die penny where the letters and numbers appear doubled under magnification. Some of these coins can be worth thousands of dollars even if they are not the ultra-rare copper type. So the next time you come across a 1983 penny, always look closely. It could be your lucky day. Think about how exciting this is. A coin that millions of people used in everyday transactions, a coin that was tossed into fountains and piggy banks, now has the power to make someone a millionaire. That is the magic of coin collecting. Every coin has a story, every year has a mystery, and sometimes history hides in plain sight. This is why coin collectors around the world are obsessed with pennies, nickels, dimes, and quarters. They are not just pocket change, they are artifacts of history, tiny time capsules that carry hidden treasures. The 1983 penny is the perfect example of how an ordinary coin can become an extraordinary treasure. So here is my challenge for you. Tonight, when you get a chance, open up your coin jars, check your old wallets, search through those dusty drawers, and look for pennies from 1983. You never know. You might be holding one of the rarest coins in US history, a coin that could change your life forever. If you enjoyed this video, make sure you hit the like button, subscribe to Rare US Coins, and ring the notification bell so you never miss our deep dives into the world of rare coins. Share this video with your friends and family, because who knows, maybe someone you know is sitting on a fortune without even realizing it. Thank you for joining me today. This has been another exciting journey into the world of numismatics. Remember, every coin has a story, and your pocket change might just hold a treasure. Keep searching, keep collecting, and keep watching Rare US Coins. Today we are diving deep into the fascinating world of American pennies, and trust me, this is one episode you do not want to miss. Because in this video, we are going to talk about a single 1-cent coin from 1986 that has shocked collectors around the world with its unbelievable market value of $585,345. Yes, you heard that right. A single penny, a coin that most people might overlook or even toss aside, could actually be worth more than $500,000. Now, before we get into the full details, let me ask you this. Have you ever taken the time to look closely at the change in your pocket or the coins lying around in your old drawers? Most of us don't. We think it's just a penny, just a nickel, or just a dime. But the truth is, many of those coins could be hiding incredible value. And today, we're going to explore exactly why the 1986 Lincoln 1-cent coin has become one of the most talked about treasures in the coin collecting community. The 1986 1-cent coin features the classic Lincoln design that many of us are familiar with. On the obverse side, or the front of the coin, we see the portrait of Abraham Lincoln, designed by Victor David Brenner. This design first appeared in 1909 and has remained an iconic piece of American coinage ever since. On the reverse side, in 1986, the coin still featured the Lincoln Memorial, which had been the standard reverse design since 1959. This coin is made primarily of copper-plated zinc, a change that had occurred just a few years earlier in 1982 when the U.S. Mint switched from nearly pure copper cents to the lighter, more cost-effective zinc composition. So what makes the 1986 penny so special? Why would anyone pay hundreds of thousands of dollars for a coin that millions of people once carried in their pockets? The answer lies in the rarity, the condition, and the errors. Coin collectors, or numismatists, place enormous value on coins that stand out from the rest, whether it's because of a unique minting error, an unusual strike, or simply because the coin has been preserved in flawless condition. In the case of the 1986 penny, some examples have been discovered in extraordinary condition, graded by professional coin services at the highest levels of mint state. We are talking about coins that look as if they were never touched, never circulated, and still have that original luster straight from the mint. Combine that with rare striking varieties and you suddenly have a coin that collectors are willing to pay astronomical prices for. Now, when we talk about market value, you might be wondering how a coin like this is even appraised at such a high figure. The coin market, much like the art market, is driven by demand, rarity, and historical importance. A 1986 penny that has been certified at the very top grade by a reputable grading service like PCGS or NGC could attract fierce bidding wars at auction. And when collectors with deep pockets compete for a coin that may only have one or two perfect examples known, the price can skyrocket. That is exactly how we get to the jaw-dropping market value of $585,345. Think about that for a moment. Most of us probably have a jar of pennies sitting around somewhere. Imagine one of those coins turning out to be worth a small fortune. That's the thrill of coin collecting. It's a treasure hunt, a mystery, and an investment all rolled into one. But here's the most important takeaway for all of you watching this video. Always check your coins carefully. Look for the year, look for the mint mark, and pay close attention to the details. Small things like doubling in the letters, unusual mint marks, or sharpness in the strike could mean the difference between a penny worth 1 cent and a penny worth hundreds of thousands of dollars. The 1986 Lincoln cent is proof that treasures are still hiding in plain sight. Even though billions of pennies were minted, only a handful stand out because of their pristine condition or unique features. And if you are lucky enough to find one, you could be holding a coin worth more than many people's homes. So the next time you get change back from the store, don't just toss those pennies aside. Take a closer look. That simple coin might be the key to life-changing money. Here on Rare US Coins, we bring you stories like this to inspire you, educate you, and show you the amazing hidden world of numismatics. Coins are not just small pieces of metal. They are history, they are art, and sometimes they are life-changing treasures. Before we wrap up this video, I want to remind all of you to like this video if you found it interesting, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and hit the notification bell so you never miss another update from rare US coins. We have plenty more exciting stories and coin discoveries coming up, and trust me, you don't want to miss them. Thank you for watching. Keep your eyes open, keep collecting, and who knows, maybe the next $1 million coin is already sitting in your pocket. Until next time, this is Rare US Coins, wishing you happy collecting and good luck in your treasure hunt. Today's episode is truly exciting because we are going to talk about a 1-cent coin from 1996 that has shocked the coin collecting community. You will not believe the actual market value attached to it. Yes, we are talking about an estimated worth of $585,344. That's right. More than $500,000 for a penny that most people would just ignore. Now, before I dive into the details, let me ask you a simple question. Have you ever held a penny in your hand and thought, could this tiny coin be worth a fortune? Most of us don't even notice pennies anymore. We leave them on counters, we drop them into jars, or we even toss them aside thinking they have no real value. But hidden among those everyday coins are treasures that can change someone's life forever. And that's exactly the kind of treasure we are talking about today. Let's focus on the 1996 1-cent coin. At first glance, it looks like every other Lincoln penny. You see the familiar portrait of President Abraham Lincoln on the front and the Lincoln Memorial on the back. Nothing unusual, right? But here's the secret. Some of these coins were struck with unique minting errors or rare varieties that set them apart from millions of other coins produced in the same year. These rare variations are what make collectors go absolutely crazy, pushing the market value sky-high. So, what exactly makes the 1996 1-cent coin so special? Well, certain coins have been discovered with double die errors. That means parts of the design look doubled, giving the lettering, numbers, or images a unique appearance. Other coins from 1996 might have off-center strikes, clipped planchets, or unusual die cracks. Each of these errors can add significant value, but when you find a coin that combines rarity, condition, and collector demand, you are looking at a jackpot. And this is where the value of over $585,000 comes in. Now, imagine the feeling of holding a coin like that in your hand. Something that looks so ordinary, yet holds the power to change your financial situation instantly. This is why coin collecting is more than just a hobby. It is an adventure, a treasure hunt, and sometimes, even a golden opportunity to discover wealth in unexpected places. But here's the best part. Anyone can find these coins. You don't have to be an expert. You don't need expensive equipment. All you need is a sharp eye, some patience, and the curiosity to look closely at the change you already have. The next time you receive pennies in your change at a store, take a moment to examine them. Who knows, that 1996 penny sitting in your pocket might actually be worth a fortune. Collectors around the world are constantly searching for these hidden gems, and auctions have proven just how valuable they can be. Imagine a coin that originally cost just 1 cent selling for more than $500,000. That's the power of rarity, history, and demand all combined into one tiny piece of copper-plated zinc. Now let's talk about the numbers. The market value we are highlighting today is exactly $585,344. Think about that. What else could you buy with that amount? A luxury home, a brand new sports car, or even start a business. And yet, this fortune could come from a simple penny that slipped through the cracks of everyday circulation. So, what should you do if you think you have a 1996 1-cent coin that might be rare? First, don't spend it. Keep it safe. Second, do a little research and compare it with examples shared by professional coin graders and collectors. If you notice unusual features like doubling, misstrikes, or anything odd about the coin, that could be your first clue. The final step is to have it evaluated by a professional grading service. Organizations like PCGS or NGC specialize in authenticating and grading rare coins, and their certification could help you unlock the true market value of your find. The amazing thing about the coin world is that discoveries happen every single day. Just when people think they've seen it all, another rare coin surfaces and surprises everyone. The 1996 1 cent is proof that hidden treasures are still out there waiting to be found. At Rare US Coin, our mission is to keep you informed and inspired. We want you to look at your change differently, to see the possibilities, and to never underestimate the power of even the smallest coin. Remember, what looks like just a penny to one person could be a life-changing discovery for another. Before we wrap up, let me remind you that coins like these are part of American history. Each coin tells a story. It carries with it the legacy of the time it was made, the people who used it, and the collectors who cherish it today. The 1996 1 cent coin is not just about money. It is about rarity, passion, and the thrill of discovery. So, the next time you come across a 1996 penny, don't ignore it. Take a closer look. That tiny coin could hold the key to a fortune of $585,344. Thank you for joining us today on Rare US Coin. If you enjoyed this story and want to discover more amazing facts about rare and valuable coins, make sure you hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications so you never miss an update. Share this video with your friends and family because you never know who might have a hidden treasure sitting right in their coin jar. Stay curious, stay inspired, and remember that treasure might be hiding in the most unexpected places. This is Rare US Coin. Today's video we are going to talk about a coin that has caught the attention of collectors, enthusiasts, and investors alike. Believe it or not, this tiny piece of metal, a 1 cent coin from the year 2013, has been valued in the collector's market at an incredible amount of $585,343. Yes, you heard that right. More than $500,000 for a coin that most people would normally overlook or even throw into a drawer without a second thought. Now, before we dive into the details of why this coin is so special, let us take a moment to think about the history of the penny. The United States 1 cent coin has been around for more than 2 centuries. Over that time, designs have changed, compositions have been altered, and certain rare mistakes have made some of these small coins worth a fortune. The 2013 penny is one of those cases where a tiny detail separates an ordinary coin from a treasure worth hundreds of thousands of dollars. So what exactly makes this coin so valuable? The coin in question is not just any penny. It is a rare variety that collectors search for day and night. The year 2013 was an interesting time for the US Mint. They were producing billions of pennies, but during that process, some coins ended up with very unusual characteristics. For example, some had minting errors, some had doubled designs, and some even had unique striking flaws that instantly increased their rarity. Collectors call these mistakes varieties or errors, and in the world of numismatics, error coins can be extremely valuable because of how scarce they are. The 1 cent coin from 2013 that reached a market value of $585,343 is one of those extraordinary finds. When you look closely, you will notice that it has an unusual strike and possibly a doubling on the lettering or design. For everyday people, this might look like nothing more than a small scratch or blur, but for experts, this is proof that the coin was produced differently, making it stand out from billions of regular pennies. And because there are so few of these in existence, their value skyrockets. Imagine holding a simple copper-colored penny in your hand and realizing that it could pay off your house, buy a brand new luxury car, or even secure your financial future. That is the magic of coin collecting. What seems ordinary to most people can turn into a life-changing discovery for someone who knows what to look for. This is why collectors always tell people to check their change carefully. You never know what hidden treasure might be sitting in your pocket or coin jar. Now, some of you may be wondering how a coin is valued at such a high number. Let me explain. Coin values depend on rarity, demand, condition, and historical significance. In the case of the 2013 penny, the value comes from its rarity and error features. Professional grading services often certify these coins, assigning them a grade that reflects their condition. The higher the grade, the sharper and cleaner the details, and the more valuable the coin becomes. So when a rare 2013 penny in pristine condition was discovered, it went to auction, and collectors were willing to bid up to hundreds of thousands of dollars to add it to their collection. This is not just about money though. For many collectors, coins tell a story. Every coin carries history with it. It has passed through countless hands, been part of daily transactions, and yet somehow survived in a condition so rare that it becomes a symbol of both history and luck. The 2013 penny is a reminder that hidden treasures are still out there waiting to be discovered. If you are new to collecting, here is a tip. Always check your coins carefully. Look at the year, the mint mark, and pay close attention to any unusual details such as doubling, misaligned strikes, or odd colors. Use a magnifying glass and good lighting to see the finer details. You might be surprised at what you find. A single coin could be the difference between loose change and life-changing money. Another tip is to learn about grading and authentication. Do not rely only on your eyes. Get your coins checked by a professional grading service. That way, if you do happen to find a valuable coin, you can have proof of its rarity and condition. This increases its market value and gives you a strong position if you decide to sell. The 2013 1-cent coin worth over $500,000 is a dream find for any collector. It shows us that treasures can still be found in everyday life. It also reminds us that patience and knowledge are key in the world of coin collecting. Every coin has a story, and sometimes that story is worth more than gold. So the next time you come across a penny, do not just toss it aside. Take a close look. You might just be holding a piece of history and possibly a fortune in your hands. That is all for today's video, my friends. Thank you so much for watching Rare US Coins. If you enjoyed this video and want to learn more about valuable coins, rare finds, and the hidden treasures of the coin collecting world, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and ring the notification bell so you never miss an update. Also, leave a comment down below and let me know if you have ever found a rare coin in your change. Your story might inspire someone else to start their own collecting journey. Until next time, keep your eyes open, keep searching, and remember, sometimes the smallest coin can hold the biggest value.